feet. Don't know why they cut the feet off, but anyway. So, for any type of meat that we eat, something kind of gross has to happen to start with. You got to take the head off. Okay? So if you're kind of squeamish, this is your warning. Alright? So what I'm doing, so I'm going to go in from the base of the skull, behind the ears, and just cut around. There we go.
I couldn't do that with butter.
Alright.
I don't know.
Now if you listen carefully, you can hear it come up. Yeah. There you go. Alright? Alright, Lord of the Flies. There we go. Now, I'll come back to the head later. So the next thing I'm going to take out is going to be the tenderloin. Okay? The infamous pork tenderloin. So I'm going to, it's nestled in here. Way in there, next to the spine. Doesn't really do much, sits in there pretty small. Okay? So I just opened up the cavity a bit more, like that. So you can all see it. So what I'm doing is I'm marking in and around by on the hip bone, really. And I'm just going to be peeling that off. There we go. That's the tenderloin. So, thanks, Guppy. So, you get 2 of these per animal. This bad boy weighs about 200 pounds. 2 of these combined to be about 2 to 3 pounds. So 1% of the animal is the tenderloin. So when you go to Costco or whatever and you see bags and bags and bags and bags of tenderloin, think of how many animals had to die to get all those there. Okay? There's a lot more to the pig. And a lot tastier stuff too, actually. So, there's that one. Yeah. Number 2. Alright. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark down the spine. Okay, you can sort of see it there. I'm going to mark down both sides of it. And I'm going to peel an entire side off. Okay? Yeah. Like so. Yeah, I did that right. Okay, good. So now I'm going to separate out the hip bone, which is soft cartilage. There we go. Now you can see it's starting to take shape as meat and not so much a pig. So I'm just marking around what's called the lumbar vertebrae. So these are the ones, these small looking things here. I get to a certain point and then I hit ribs. And then I have to use a cleaver, okay? Alright. There. sound, isn't it? Alright, so now I just have to cleave it down along the ribs. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're gonna put the bad boy down. Heavy. Yeah. Oh, no, it's going. Woo. There we go. Alright. So that's half big without a spine. Okay? Wow, it's a lot more people when I look up. Yeah, leg comes right in. Okay. So, break it down. You got your back leg, okay? You get some nice leg steaks, a really good leg roast, things like that over there. You get the shoulder, which is after the first 4 ribs. You get your Boston butt, which is, you know, just all your pulled pork kind of cuts and things like that. Your hocks here. So behind that joint there, that's your hock. So that generally gets smoked, you know, split bean ham soup, things like that. Then you've got your loin. So you do like your loin chops, your roast, things like that. And then the belly, which sits up along here. Underneath this giant layer of fat. Alright, so I'm just going to cut that down to the 4 parts for now. So I always count 4 ribs and mark that in between. So that's your definition of where the shoulder starts and the loin ends, or vice versa, depending on how you want to look at it. Alright, so you can sort of see that there would be the start of the pork loin chops. Okay? As I go further in, it gets a bit messier and things like that. A bit more like marbling with fat and things like that. Alright, so that's it. Giant piece. And I mark just below the hip bone. That takes my leg off. Okay? Well, not my leg, his leg. But, alright. That's where your ham comes from. Very nice leg roast, slow cooking oven roast, things like that. There we go. And then what I do is I mark halfway in between the back and the belly. Just mark it with my knife. Cut all the way through at the base. Thank you. So what I did there is I just cut through the bone with the saw. If I cut through the meat, I'm just tearing muscle fibers. So if you use your knife for that, it's a more clean cut and you don't get long fibers that are kind of chewy and things like that. So these are the 4 parts I talked about. So you got the shoulder, belly, loin, and the leg. So from the loin you can get the ribs. So same thing here. Those are your back ribs. Right up along there, okay? So when you go to, you know, Baton Rouge or Boston Pizza or whatever, and they've got like tons and tons and tons and tons of ribs, you get 2 of those per pig as well. Alright? So people come in here in the middle of summer and they're like, oh, I'll take all your ribs. I haven't had that many. You know, they're already gone. You know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, they're already gone. But that's where they come from. And then you've got your spare ribs, which are kind of hiding in that part, okay? So that's the other half of the rib cage. Alright, let me break down this a bit further. So I'll just take these back ribs off. So one thing we do here at Getaway is, you know, you buy these at the supermarket, right? Just like that. Okay? I know of some places, and I heard a story of one guy, they asked to have the membrane taken off, and then they said, we don't do that. By default, we do that here for everyone. Okay? Because I know how to take it off a lot easier than everyone else. Okay? So then you're not getting, you know, that random chewy bit of membrane in your teeth, and sort of ruins your ribs experience, right? You know? So you're picking away at your teeth for like half an hour after the meal. So I just make sure we take that off. And I've heard of other places that actually charge extra to get that done. You know, so
I see it was a lot of work.
yeah, it was a lot of work. Yeah, worth every penny. Yeah. So that's the back ribs. So now you got the boneless loin. So boneless loin chops, roasts, things like that. We also use that for our English bacon. Okay. So now, spare ribs. Off, just so it's easier for the customers to cut through in between the ribs. And then once again, I just mark that membrane. It's a bit trickier on the spare ribs to take off, but well worth it for the customers. For you guys, right? You're worth it. Alright, just like that. Okay. So the belly, so one of you lucky people put in an order via Twitter for a whole pork belly. He's lucky enough to get one. Because we only go through a certain amount each week. And the thing is that if we sell all the belly fresh, we have no bacon the following week. So you either get fresh pork belly or you get our bacon. So one or the other, right? And that's why come, you know, at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, we're sold out of bacon. We don't have very much. 2 of these per pig. We go through 7 pigs a week. Okay? So we only get up to 80, 90 pounds worth of belly bacon. Okay? So I'm a bit cheeky. Sometimes I sort of like, well, I don't lie to people that tell me we don't have belly bacon. I mean belly. But I try and reserve it so that we do have the bacon. Because the bacon sells a lot faster. Alright, that's that. So on the shoulder, we'll take the hock off this one here. That's it there, okay? So you'll be used to seeing that a lot darker, smoked, you know, split pea and ham soup. It's really awesome. Okay, just like that. So I take the ribs out. These first few ribs, they just go to the pork bones to make great stock. We actually have a couple of restaurants that buy a good chunk of pork bones every week. Chives, and the new restaurant 2 doors down, which will be opening next week, I think, or the week after. So they're going to be taking about 50 to 100 pounds of pork bones a week. So now what I'm taking out, so this is the Boston butt. Back home we just call it pork shoulder. I don't know why you call it Boston butt. Crisco has a, where's Crisco? Where's Crisco? So he ran away. Anyway. So one of our guys, he thinks, he thinks of conspiracies a lot. So this is the Boston butt. He said that the meat prices are established in Chicago, and he thinks that they call it the Boston butt as a bit of a jab at Boston. Alright? So any Bruins fans or Red Sox fans, you know, that could be why, who knows. I've never been to Boston, so I don't know. So what I got left on here So that's the rest of the shoulder after it's been taken out, okay? Inside here, you might see, sometimes you'll see another piece of pork shoulder in the case. That's the cross rib. That's from within here, okay? This is more, you know, the signature cut that you'll find for pulled pork. The cross rib works just as well. Slightly smaller, a bit less marbling through it, but it's just as tasty. I use it all the time. But that there, so where I've cut that, if I pretend that's back on there, what you see in my left hand, where that cut is made, that's called a picnic. So that's, you know, picnic ham, things like that. That's all from this area here. Okay? Now, what else we got left? Let me see. So one thing that we use the legs for, okay, is we make pork stir fry out of it. So the muscles in there, like the inside brown, outside brown, things like that, we use for the stir fry. In beef, it's a bit of a tougher cut, so we don't use that. But for pigs, it's a lot, the fibers are a lot smaller. So you can pan fry it fast and it's not going to get too chewy. So that's what we use for those parts. And then down the bottom here, from there down, okay, that's the top sirloin. So if you see leg steaks in our case, you know, when we've run out of loin chops and things like that, that's the continuation of it, from there up. A little bit tougher. If you marinate it, throw it on the barbecue, absolutely beautiful. Okay? So it's a good substitute for it. Come on. All right. So I think that's pretty much all the pieces. Let's see. Oh, there. Hey, come here. All right. Maybe I want to take a photo of this so you can do it now. Destroy it. All right, we good? 3, 2, 1. All right, good. Now I'm going to cut them up. So, I mean, you could. Some people buy it just like that. Okay, you can make head cheese with it. Fantastic. The other option that we generally do is we take the ears off. We sell the ears separately, and then we take the cheeks out. Okay, so the cheeks, we've smoked them before, and we've tried them. Really rich. You cook them the same way you cook belly. Okay, so I'll just take those out for you. All right, so those are the ears. I can talk about them as much as I like now, it's not going to hear me. So what I'm doing, so the cheek muscle itself, there's that tiny piece right there around the jawline, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop in and around it, and then I'll take off the entire jowl with it, alright? So there's that cheek muscle right there, those little pieces, okay? But the rest of that is well marbled, just like belly. And, you know, some people take it and, well, they call it face bacon, but kind of make like a cured product out of it, okay? So you just get a couple of those off each pick. Alright, that's the other one there. Kind of gross looking, we clean it up, yeah, try and sell it off that way. Okay, now he looks kind of different now. Okay, let's just put him to rest. There we go. So, now so that's the first half of it pretty much dissected down. There's the leg, where's the leg go? Oh, okay, good. I thought it ran away. Alright, so that's those pieces. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just take the spine off. Okay, you'll see the other side of what I'm doing. And then I'll take apart that side in real time. Okay? Because obviously this is a lot slower because I'm talking about every single thing I'm doing. Alright?